What happens when you combine a race-swapped Buffy the Vampire Slayer with low-rent lesbian Twilight fanfiction? You get a Netflix series that's canceled after one season. First Kill. Meet Juliet, a high school-aged vampire who for some reason can still see herself in mirrors, walk around in daylight, and is still in high school, who falls in love with a Slayer named Calliope.
You're Calliope? Well, Cal's good.
Sure, why not? They then share a forbidden romance, just like those two. Well, maybe those two. Watch them take on other vampires, werewolves that look like bad CGI from 1995, and make out in the unsexiest way possible. You know, all you're doing is combining The Hunger, Twilight, and Buffy, and it's been done better. I mean, sheesh, you people. If you can't make lesbian vampires work on Netflix, then seriously, something is wrong here. Starring, whoever these people are. I really don't care anymore. But the mom was on Lost and a bunch of stuff you'll probably recognize. Don't miss When Animals Attack on Netflix. Now all we do is sit back and wait for the Axel Braun version, which will be 10 times better, believe me. Now, for the first time, you can own your very own Rings of Power. From the Kelleborn Smiths, we'll be sending you one per season. Molded to appear forged in the fires of Mount Doom. Made from the finest cubic zirconium, plastic, and metal that isn't measurably radioactive and won't turn your fingers green. Probably. Much. These can now be yours for 5 easy payments of $39.99.99 Elvish runes. Act now, supplies are limited, because once the Dark Lord Sauron takes over, they'll all be gone, and you'll be his slaves. And just remember,
there's a tempest in me,
whose fault this actually is.
And it will not be quelled.
No sexy.
Huh? No sexy.
No sexy.
Unknown caller. Spooky. Hello? Velma Dinkley speaking.
Hello, Velma. You like solving yourself a mystery?
Yeah, but I'm actually much more three-dimensional than that. Who is this?
This here Black Shaggy. You made the one black guy a drug dealer and a stoner. You gonna die, bitch.
Jinkies. Yo, check it out. Everybody's smoking that original Black Shaggy OG strain. They're getting nice and high. You know that, right? Black Shaggy gonna make some killer bank on this.
All our classmates are idiots or sheep, so let's assume they're high.
Fuck you, bitch. Of course they're high. You're high too. That's why you're in the garbage can looking for french fries. Dumb bitch.
Now, have you seen Daphne?
Oh, you finally come around to talk about that three-way. Black Shaggy like where this is going.
It took a while, but we're finally through the worst of it.
Every time you around, the po-po roll up on Black Shaggy. Dumb bitch. Velma, your fat dumbass is supposed to find out if Daphne likes to go to Browntown or not.
I'm trying. This is the first chance I've had to focus. Thank God hot girls would rather be murdered than enter the band room.
I knew you was in the role playing, but now you got me in this stupid ass outfit. About time you admit to yourself you like the vag. Dumb bitch.
Norville, I didn't come out. I told you, I like Daphne, but also find Fred attractive.
You know Fred got a tiny dick.
But Daphne, our personalities just click. I can't explain it.
Black Shaggy can explain it. You want them titties just as much as Black Shaggy do. You can't say I blame you. Black Shaggy like them titties too. Daphne got herself some nice titties. That's right.
This is exactly the problem with this list. Men make everything about them and what they want.
That's right. And Black Shaggy want to perform some butt sex on Daphne.
Our whole lives, girls are told by guys there's a right way to be hot.
Yeah, it's giving up the back door. That'll make your ass a lot hotter, bitch.
But now because of this list, I have to validate everything I hate about men's ideas of beauty norms.
Bitch, just be glad someone interested in you. Your fat dumbass ain't gonna get none anyhow. That's right, Black Shaggy went there. That's right.
Norville? What are you doing here?
Black Shaggy need a minute to prepare for this. I got to know what I'm getting into. So do you like the back door or not? Black Shaggy don't want to read this in the newspaper, you dig? Inquiring minds want to know.
We have a student newspaper?
Bitch is dumb.
Hey! Who just threw a rock through my window?
Geo from the Crystal Mines. You should know that because your dumb bitch ass was born there.
The Crystal Mines? That old tourist attraction that's now a seagull toilet full of condoms?
Bitch is crass. That's right.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Your fat dumbass still eating out the damn garbage, girl. Don't you want to go Subway or something?
There's no time.
Someone got to say, you got a problem, girl. Your fat dumbass keep eating out the garbage. That and Daphne going to Butttown, not you.
Wow, Norville.
Oh, God, what are we gonna do? I can't go back to jail.
Velma, how is it that Fred went to Butttown more than you while he was in jail? Answer that for me, you fat dumb bitch.
And you do it for me.
Black Shaggy say fuck you.
I'm out past curfew. What are you gonna do about that?
Thelma, you let the police run your fat dumbass over. You dumb bitch. That's right.
How is my mom's disappearance related to your grandma?
Your mom's left because she hated your fat dumbass, bitch. These dumbass writers gotta make everybody connected to everybody else. Don't know nothing about characterization, know how. That's right.
Your mom's a high school principal married to a guidance counselor.
At least my parents are still married, bitch. Your pops is married to some dumbass waitress almost as dumb as you.
Ah! What the hell? Wait, I found a bag of salad.
What the fuck you doing? Good, something funny actually happened in this goddamn episode. About time, bitch.
We could take Daphne's mom's cop car to Spooner's to get food there. Unfortunately, I don't drive.
Your fat dumbass just wants an excuse to eat out the damn garbage again. You sick girl, you need some help. It ain't the kind of help that Black Shaggy can give you. That's right.
Oh, yuck. Ugh.
Hey, we all know your fat dumbass eat out the garbage. I'm just the one saying it.
Me?
That's right. Alright, now this here Black Shaggy OnlyFans. Now there ain't no room on the internet for fat dumb bitches like yourself. Unless you're willing to do some girl. For that, we're gonna have to talk to Daphne or Gigi. Your hot friend Brenda dead. That don't help none. Get someone like Daphne or Gigi, they make you forget that your fat dumbass is on screen. Look at me when I'm talking to you, bitch.
I tried. Then I have to eat a whole pie to feel better. And I will die before I give that up.
Oh, it figures. Your fat dumbass talk about food again. Even my pops call your ass dumb.
Really? Even though he's the one who basically taught you to be a beta?
My moms and pops still married, bitch. Not like your pops who married that dumbass waitress at the diner. Knocked her ass up. Your mom's was a senior when you was a freshman. How do you think Black Shaggy's OnlyFans got its start? I'll give you a hint. It's that little baby brother you're taking care of. Black Shaggy doing a public service helping couples put the spice back into marriage. That's right.
Coming up on the CW, it's prom night, and love is in the air. Until it's time to throw down! Sam and Miguel share a tender moment. But look who's crashing the party! Watch as young couples share a romantic dance. And fight! And dance fight! Be sure to watch an extra special episode of Kung Fu High Prom Night!
Hey, where? I'm sitting on NBC. I'm sitting on WNBC. We got my dreamers phone. We got traffic. We got weather. NBC Super Sale. I was telling downtown. NBC Russ Ellsworth. The Russ Ellsworth, Steve Thomas. I'm sitting on WNBC. How's it going out there? How's Donkey Kong? How's Donkey Kong? How's your Donkey Kong? How is your Donkey Kong? How's all we doing? We're NBC. I'm in the morning. '66 WNBC. We want so bad. We wouldn't be so good. WNBC.
How's it going, everybody? How y'all doing? It is nap time, another Sunday. We gonna check in. We got stuff to talk about. We gonna do animal news. We got headlines from the future. First, let us check in on the cat cam. Ah, yeah, fuck. This freaking controller is gonna fall, so I might just unplug it for the time being. Boom, 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 boom. Let's check in with cat cam first. So, cat cam. We got a banner for that. Cat cam. There you go. Cat cam. Cat cam. So there's one of them. Kitty. Kitty. There's one. There's one of them. So yeah, we're checking in on the cat cam. "15 minutes into the new week." Yep. Hey, we're crossing continents, okay? So there's cat cam. Let's see. Where else is oh, here we go. Here's another cat cam. Here's another cat cam right here. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Naranja.
Oh, someone's got an itch. And there's Cat Cam. Ranch, buddy. How's it going? How's it going, buddy? Zabu's around here somewhere. So there is Cat Cam. We'll check back in with them later. We'll check back in with them as the situation warrants. How is everybody doing? Oh, God. Where do we start? Where exactly do we start? Do we start with, listen, nobody saw this coming. This was the thing that kind of took everybody by surprise. But yeah, even I caught up in the Barbenheimer thing. It's been arcade, one up Mortal Kombat. Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Zabu's at his computer watching porn. Yeah, Geo. Yes, he is. Listen. Listen, whether you think it's good, bad, or whatever. Honestly, this even took me by surprise. The whole Barbenheimer thing. And listen, I saw both of them. I watched both of them this weekend. Oppenheimer is a tough sit. It is pretty heavy duty. It is very long. I don't think Cillian Murphy has the on-screen charisma to pull off a movie like this because a lot of the conflict is internalized. A lot of the I mean, it brings up: is it are we what we're doing is right? Is it ethical? Do we, this is something we're working on that could potentially destroy the civilization as we know it. But it's a Christopher Nolan movie, and pretty honest, it's kind of boring. It's like I said, it's overly long. It's 3 hours. You could cut probably 45 minutes from that movie, or at least truncate it a little bit. Some scenes go on too long. They should be shorter. Well, for time for showing Oppenheimer, I guess which movie's gonna make more? Yeah, Barbie's gonna be in more theaters. That begs the question. I mean, is Oppenheimer? Is that because of the subject matter? I mean, do they have something? They have some sort of restriction on the type of movie it is, like, because it deals with the atomic bomb. So now, like I said, Oppenheimer is a very tough sit. Barbenheimer burst through the box office weekend, showcasing how might internet memes and movie buzz can bring people together. Both Barbie and released by Warner Brothers Pictures and Oppenheimer, released by Universal Pictures, blew away the box office projections. Barbie broke records during its opening run, making $155 million from more than 4,200 locations in the U.S. and Canada. Oppenheimer also outperformed predictions and pulled in $80.5 million from more than 3,600 locations in the U.S. and Canada. NBC and Universal Pictures are both units of NBC Universal. That's what they call disclosure. And comedic internet discourse around Barbenheimer has inspired moviegoers to see both back to back, even if they were originally planning to see one or neither of the films, for fear of missing out on the fun. Experts say the organic social media buzz that developed around both films, amplified by their combined star power, created an unprecedented box office event, as well as a cultural moment unlike any other. The excitement around the films helped make movie-going an experience again. If these two movies were opening on the same day on rival platforms on streaming, I don't think Barbenheimer phenomenon would take a hold. Said Paul Durgarabedian, a senior media analyst at ComScore, a company that tracks box office data. It's because of the cultural impact the movies in theater have opposed to streaming, which is not to say any less significant, but it's a very different type of impact. At Los Angeles historic TCL Turner Chinese Theater, home to countless movie premieres, Saturday 6 a.m. screening of Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer was a packed house, with hundreds of people trekking to Hollywood Boulevard before sunrise to catch the movie in 70mm on the IMAX screen. Two coffee stands were set up for attendees to purchase caffeine pick-me-ups before grabbing breakfast, popcorn, candy, and icy, or all of the above. Some dressed in all black for the film. Others came in Barbenheimer t-shirts. Many simply rolled out of bed in their pajamas. Friends Veronica Lopez and Caroline 27, Caroline Anderson Staub 26, were among those dressed in all black. They say the decision to see the 6 a.m. showing was a last-minute call. They purchased their tickets Friday at 10 p.m., knowing they'd be catching Barbie later that afternoon. We got caught up in all the hype, and we're like, let's do the double feature, Lopez said, adding they have a brunch, nap break, and outfit change between the two films. Everyone can bond over it together. It's a kind of ridiculous thing, Staub said of the Barbenheimer craze. The movies, are so different and they are released on the same day. There are two kinds of people, but you can also be both kinds of people. It's the duality of Barbenheimer. It's a thing. It is a freaking thing. Here we are. The theater is full and it's 6 a.m. I don't even wake up this early to go to work, and they pay me for that. I paid for this. Bronson Asnavarian, 26, sported a pink t-shirt with a sketch of Barbie walking towards a pink atomic bomb, which he got online after seeing other film buffs sharing similar designs. Asnavarian, who works in the entertainment industry as a trailer editor, described the mass Barbie and Oppenheimer enthusiasm as an encouraging social media phenomenon. A lot of streaming can lead people away from the cinema, and we lose valuable communal experiences of going to the movies. Really, is it that really that big of an experience? Is it that really big? I don't know. Barbenheimer. Okay. All right. I thought maybe there's some sort of local some sort of thing about showing certain amount of English speaking films or something. I don't know what I'm saying. Well, anyway, that's interesting. A lot. Okay. As Navarian, who plans to see Barbie on Sunday, said, "So if it's a big social thing like this, it's something I do want to be a part of." Well, flash mobs used to be something like that. Though similar events have occurred in the past, like when The Dark Knight and Mamma Mia opened against each other 15 years ago, Durgarabedian, the media analyst, said there is no apt comparison for the way Barbenheimer social media success sowed the seed of historic audience turnout in theaters. The first viral mentions of the portmanteau Portmanteau. Portmanteau. What the heck does that mean? Portmanteau. I'm not familiar with that phrase. Portmanteau. Large trunkish suitcase made of stiff leather and opening in two equal parts. A word blending the sounds and combining the meanings of other twos. For example, the motel, motor, hotel, or brunch, breakfast. Oh, okay, portmanteau. And you say portmanteau. Okay. I'm unfamiliar with that phrase. Oh, how about that? Learn something new. Barbenheimer began servicing this year, collecting momentum until it became an inescapable online meme, according to the internet database Know Your Meme. Its first ever use in April 2022, Pokemon and Hope both movies appear to be announcing new cast every other day. Matt Neglia, editor-in-chief of the Entertainment Awards website Next Best Picture, said he didn't even remember posting the tweet that accidentally coined the term. It seemed like a lot of Hollywood, like all of Hollywood, were being recruited to be part of these big projects that people were excited about, and they both ended up having large casts. Matt said, "It's cool statistically that I might show up at the first, but I never meant to start a hashtag or anything like that." Nejlia's initial tweet, however, didn't gain nearly as much traction as many of the ones that came after it. Don Caldwell, editor-in-chief of Know Your Meme, said Barbenheimer's sustained popularity as a concept was largely the result of its own capacity to evolve over time. The discourse soon turned into a facetious rivalry between the two films, as Barbie's glamorous pink energy contrasted sharply with Oppenheimer's dark and solemn overtones. Meme formats based on popular opposite subjects are a common formula for virality, Caldwell said. Oh, wow, look at that. Wow, that's actually... Yeah, that's pretty good juxtaposition right there. As the premiere dates neared, Barbenheimer discourse then became a debate about which movie to see first in a double feature, implying the two were now complementing rather than competing with each other. It showcased a type of vibe shift, Caldwell said, had never quite seen before in internet history. Memes that are more flash and pan don't change, Caldwell said, but memes that stick around for a longer time, or at least maintain relevance for a long time, often go through these periods where they shift the narrative, they change the tone, or they change the point, even though the basic premise is the same. Dressed in blonde wigs, pink outfits, and bedazzled cowboy boots, and more theme-attired moviegoers came prepared to see Gerwig's Barbie on the big screen. Swag from theaters, including AMC's themed popcorn box in a shape of a Barbie Corvette, and cups, including Cinemark's Beach Ball drink holder, became hard to come by as crowds vied for the branded merchandise. How much more is this? This is a pretty long article. Some theaters had life-size Barbie boxes set up for people to take advantage of photo ops and before or after seeing the film. Many theaters also held Barbie blowout parties the Wednesday before the movie debuted in the wide release, distributing free posters and pins to celebrate the film's arrival. Barbie is a feminist icon, even if some people would disagree. Julia Bonadonna, who attended a blowout party at Cinema 123 by Angelica on New York's Upper East Side, told NBC News, "I think she's entered the lives of so many young girls and created such an idea of what we can be, what we can become." Some online who participated in Barbenheimer pointed out they hadn't seen the theaters feel this way since midnight screenings of Harry Potter and Twilight. Boo, Twilight. During a surprise appearance at New York City's Alamo Drafthouse on Friday, Gerwig called the turnout effing extraordinary. "I can't tell you how happy I am that you guys are all here," she told moviegoers, according to a video shared online by writer David Mack. When we made this movie, we made it with so much joy and hope, and we hoped that people would go back to the movie theater and be together and want to laugh and cry and dance and experience things together. And this is just effing extraordinary. Even Nolan has weighed in on the Barbenheimer mania. I think for those who care about movies, we've been really waiting to have a crowded marketplace again, Nolan said in an interview with IGN. And now it's here, and that's terrific. To Nelia and other movie buffs, such as such a major box office success, it's worth celebrating. But he said it also should serve as a reminder to Hollywood industry execs. We also need to remember that the artists who have put the work in to create these movies for us, that there are 2 ongoing strikes at the moment with the WGA and SAG-AFTRA, Nelia said. So while this is great, let's not forget about those wonderful artists who gave this to us. So there you go. The Barbieheimer thing is... I'm going to make my own movie. I'm going to call it Weisenheimer. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, that's a weird thing. Yeah, if you go back, there was an episode of The Simpsons, Malibu Stacy, that dealt with this. I mean, they pretty much summed up the whole Barbie controversy in 22 minutes, 24 minutes, whatever it was. That was 30 years ago. Literally 30 years ago. So, listen, I saw this movie. I watched this movie. I watched both of them. Like I said, Oppenheimer was a bit of a slog. It's long. It's interesting, but it's just felt overly long. And the film, it's edited out of order. Not out of order. The story is told in a non-linear fashion. But I will say that 23 minutes in, Florence Pugh gets naked. So, yeah, that it has that going for it. Sabo's making noise. Barbie was a little on the long side. It's an hour 48 minutes. It doesn't need to be that. Sabo, here he comes. Here comes Sabo. Sabo. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Come here. Come here. You want to be on camera? Want me on TV? Come on. Come here. He's over there. He's just being a knucklehead. Hold on. What is it? What is it, Naranja? What's up? Naranja wants attention. And Zabu wants attention. Sabu is being a knucklehead. Sabu, buddy. So there's Zabu. There he is, peering out from... What's up, buddy? You hungry? I think he's hungry. I think they're both hungry. Okay, listen, I'm going to have to go play a commercial while I feed these guys. Okay? I'm going to play a commercial. And these guys are going to get fed. So I'll be right back after these. I got to play a long one, okay? Just to give... where the heck is it? Sorry I have to do this. Okay, I'll play a long one. All right. I'll be right back after these messages.
She's a single female lawyer in the city who happens to be the cousin of one of the most powerful Avengers.
There's no competition for me because I'm the strongest, so it's just kind of like a different...
Oh, yeah, she let her think that, but...
No, not her. The other one. You know, the green guy. Now, after an accident where they blatantly change her origin story to prevent her from being saved by a man, transforms her into the Jade Giantess, she'll remind you whose show this is in the first place.
Just remember whose show this actually is.
Yeah, like you were ever going to let us forget it. She-Hulk. Meet Jennifer Walters, a high-powered LA lawyer who can't help questioning Captain America's sexual history.
Obviously, Captain America was a virgin. Did you see that ass? Like, that ass?
That is America's ass.
Did not deserve to die a virgin. It's like...
gets sexually harassed outside a bar by a bunch of outdated male stereotypes.
Just being friendly.
Yeah, where you going?
So, you...
Then wakes up in Mexico at Bruce Banner's tropical retreat, who then will take every opportunity to remind you how horrible it is to be a woman in the 21st century.
Trick.
Okay, I'm back. Well, listen, they're pains in the rear end. They only want attention when they want food. Really, that's what they want. They're manipulative little bastards. So which one would I watch again? Probably neither. Honestly, probably neither. Now, for those who haven't seen it, the whole premise of the Barbie thing is she starts to get bummed out because she starts thinking about death and everything starts to not be perfect. And it turns out that the girl who is playing with her is not happy. But that's caused by her mom, and your mom has to go off and leaves her alone, yada, yada, the whole teenage goth thing. Then they go into the real world to find her, and Ken discovers that the world is run by men, and he gets a book literally called The Patriarchy to take over Barbie land, and it becomes a mess. Him and the Kens take over Barbie land, and there's one telling moment they show, because like I said, all the Barbies run everything in Barbie land, and it is they say what someone says where do the Kens live, and Barbie says, I don't know. And there is a scene in the third act that devolves into America Ferrera pretty much lecturing the Barbies and the audience about the patriarchy, and that is very heavy-handed. But if it's going to be in a movie, it's probably going to be in a movie like this. That's the thing. So again, there's a scene about that. So they have to break the hold that Ken has placed on the Barbies being subservient to the men, to the Kens rather, and and turns out, and at the end, Rhea Perlman, who plays the creator of Barbie, is she says, you've inspired the people, you're an idea, blah, yada, yada. And there is a scene where at the end, Barbie wants to live in our world, and she goes to, hello, can I help you? Thinks it's going to be a job interview. I'm here to see my gynecologist. At the end. Really? Really? Now listen, I narrated the documentary for the other channel, and do I have a problem with a lot of this? Yes and no. Again, as I've said. Now, the thing about this is it a good movie? I guess it's good enough. It's good enough for what it is. It's a sort of a silly kind of movie that you're going to see. You're going to probably take your wife or your daughter to see it. And, oh, wow, look at that, But the whole fervor around it that has risen up, I'm like, I really don't understand. Again, I hate using the whole Brie Larson thing. It wasn't made for you. It wasn't made for you. This is literally a movie that probably, I know that I'm not the target demographic for this. And I don't have a problem with that. I know that I'm not the target demographic for this. I don't understand why anyone would get angry about that. Oh, why can't we have a movie? Go ahead, have your Barbie movie. Go ahead, have it. I don't care. The target demo is women and gay men. I fully acknowledge that. I don't mind. Go right ahead. And I think it's kind of silly to be upset by that, though. Again, is the messaging heavy-handed in the Barbie movie? Well, yeah, it is. It's heavy-handed. It is heavy-handed at times. But it's not something that takes itself overly seriously, you know. And I think that might be part of its appeal. That it's not serious. It's a movie that people can turn off their brains. Yeah, and it's satire too. It is definitely satire. You can view the all the stuff as being part of the satirical, nature of the film. Yeah, it is. Does it do it? Its biggest crimes. It doesn't do It doesn't do satire very well. That's the biggest crime. But I don't understand where all this anger is coming from over Barbie. Last Jedi, okay, I understand. Man of Steel, okay, I understand. Stuff like that. Ghostbusters, all right. But Barbie? Seriously? This is the line in the sand? It'll probably get a sequel. Is Greta Gerwig, I don't think is some kind of major talent. I think Greta Gerwig is probably an adequate director for things like television. Your opinion in Melissa McFat shaming now making Melissa McFat shaming. Melissa McFat shaming? What do I think about the fallout from the wokeness film actors have? I don't think it will. Oh, okay, Melissa McCarthy. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I didn't make the connection. What do I think about the fallout from the wokeness in the film and actors? I think it's going to listen. I thought maybe that we can see the preachy kind of movies end now that things like Indiana Jones have failed, and things like and The Last Jedi has failed, and things like WandaVision has failed, and Falcon and the Winter Soldier has failed, and that James Bond has failed. I think it's going to be a trend that's going to be with us for a while. But the plus side is that we're still getting stuff like Mission Impossible, like Top Gun Maverick, stuff like that. I mean, so this is the exception and not the rule. I think this movie is gonna have a huge second week fall off, even though it'll probably still be number one, just because there's nothing being released now. So yeah, look forward to have a huge fall off. And the Barbenheimer thing really did help it. That's it. If anything, if I were Mattel, and if I were Warner Brothers, I would be saying, you know what, we really got lucky with this. We really did get lucky. Nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw the Barbenheimer thing taking off. We couldn't have predicted this in our wildest dreams. So they should really count their blessings. I want to know, what was this movie originally projected? to do. Hold on, let's see. Barbie movie original projections. The original projection was. Do you think the original projection, according to Forbes, was somewhere around $50 million over its opening weekend? That was the original projection. Do you reckon Barbenheimer is our turning point? I think that it is going to be a turning point. Like, hey, you know what? People are still willing to go to the movies and see stuff. I think they will. What they'll probably try again. They'll probably try to repeat it, and I don't think they're going to, by releasing stuff at the same time to juxtapose movies. They'll try to release Deadpool and something else at the same time as as another film, and try, like Deadpool and the Spice Girls, the Dead Girls, whatever, movie. Yeah, it's still yeah, I find a lot of the subject matter questionable, but here's the thing, it's confined to a Barbie movie, which, hey, if there's going to be a place for it, it's probably going to be here. Deadpool 3 is going to be woke. Well, I don't know what the plot is. I mean, yeah. Well, I'm just using that. And those are just the two names I tossed out of the top of my head. But again, though, like, I have no problem with a Barbie movie existing, because again, I know I'm not the target demographic for it. Good. Hey, listen, go ahead, go make your movie. Yeah, I don't care. There's plenty of stuff out there for me. Yeah, that's right. Black Shaggy and the Spice Girls. That's right. Yeah, that's right. So, let's actually change gears here. Again, like I said, I don't see why people should get their panties in a bunch here. Yeah, again, some of the messaging is heavy-handed, but at the same time, where would you expect it? So okay, so let's move on. We got a couple of things to cover here. Let's go to the Superhero Smackdown. Okay, now there is a new Steelbook coming out. Actually, we're talking about Marvel. This is just a quick item. WandaVision Steelbook unveiled. Doesn't include any discs. Disney series WandaVision is getting a special Steelbook release, but it won't include any actual Blu-rays or DVDs. It has been revealed WandaVision is getting a special Steelbook marking the first Marvel Disney shows to be given a Steelbook release. But there's a bit of a catch to the cert. Catch with the set, void of any actual discs. The Direct reports how the WandaVision Steelbooks were announced and will soon be available for pre-orders for a planned September 2023 release. They include an exclusive design by Manta Lab with full glossy finish and the debossed title. The set will include various accessories for physical release, such as WandaVision postcards, character cards, and a folder and exclusive release stickers. However, there are no Blu-rays or DVD discs included, and it's not clear if the set will include a digital download code. Well, then it's for suckers. MCU theory retcons unpopular WandaVision reveal. Stop with theories, okay? All fan theories are wrong. Pardon. The Steelbook will be a limited edition consisting of 1,250 units to be sold. There will be a variant one-click collection that comes in a box with the sword logo, which is limited to 800 units. Either way, the Steelbooks appear to be made for collectors wanting to have WandaVision physically appear as part of their collections while keeping the series strictly on its streaming home at Disney+. Then, this is for suckers. This is for suckers. It really is. So Jack Schaefer created WandaVision, which was the first Disney Plus series set in the MCU, picking up after the events of Avengers Endgame. The series followed Wanda Maximoff, Elizabeth Olsen, and Vision, Paul Bettany, as they lived in a sitcom-like world while keeping their true identity secret, though they realized something's amiss when they encounter various television tropes from different decades. Catherine Hahn, Teyonah Parris, and Deborah Jo Rupp, and Randall Park, and Kat Dennings also starred. And following the success of the series, you call that success, a spin-off dubbed Agatha, Coven of Chaos, was greenlit and will bring back Hahn as Agatha Harkness. You can watch a stream of its entirety on Disney+. Now, listen. It sucks. It just sucks. This is the problem with Marvel now. Really, this is really the problem with Marvel now. You're doing this kind of stupid crap. Shall there be a new Alf collection coming up? I hope so. I really do hope so. Yeah, Disney's not doing well, that's before I heard. The Marvels trailer is part of the reason why they're not doing well. I can imagine if you're Bob Iger says, listen, we've had a bunch of failures. I need a hit. All right, we've got the Marvels. Then he opens up the window and he jumps out. The Marvels trailer looks dumb. It really does. Now, the difference between that and Barbie is something like that and Barbie is the Marvels is set in the MCU, and the MCU is predominantly a male property. WandaVision producers, this is going to be popular with certain Funko toys. They just buried $30 million of them. The whole problem with the Marvels is that nobody likes any of these characters. People hate Carol Danvers. They hate freaking whoever this is, Teyonah Parris' character. And they hate Ms. Marvel. Why put them in a movie together? Well, I know why. Because Carol Danvers, they're afraid Carol Danvers wouldn't be able to stand in her own sequel. This is a disaster waiting to happen. This is going to lose $100 million. Hold on a second. Easy. This is going to lose north of $100 million. I'm not rooting for this to fail, but I'm just telling them this is going to fail. What happened to Kevin Feige? Well, he's a victim of his own success. He's a victim of his own success. They thought they could slap anything. They slapped the Marvel name on anything, and oh God, Snow White. Snow White's going to bomb miserably. Disney can't throw one into the ocean now. They cannot throw one into the ocean. Disney has been languishing under this idea that they can just slap the name on something. So you can slap the name on. But the premise of this looks bad. She wants to be the whitest woman in the galaxy. They all hate each other. They have no chemistry. And it's just this is just confusing. This is just confusing. It really is. And I'm not the only one who thinks it's confusing. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, you're right. Oh, you're right. You're not the only one confused. I am very, very confused about it. Hello, I'm Mr. Khan. How are you? Oh, it's good to have you, Mr. Shlomo. I said, I'm confused. My daughter, she's in the living room, and then she says, oh, what's this? And then she disappeared. And then white woman appeared. I'm like, who are you? What the hell are you doing? Why are you in my why are you here? That's enough. My daughter wants to be like white woman. Okay? She says, I told you, stay away from the Denver Scarrow. Here's bad news. Bad news. But she says, oh, look at me. I'm like the Mr. White Woman. I'm like the Missy White Woman. Oh, look at me. Oh, wait, have you seen her feet? She has ugly feet. It looks like a camel step on her feet. Yes, you're making Mr. Khan. Yes, I'm going to have my own movie. They're going to call it Killer Khan. That is what it is. The William Shatner, he says, Khan. He's like, I need Mr. Khan to do this. But they hire Ricardo Montalban. It's sad, and I was sad. I missed out a good paycheck on that. I could have left this Shlomo not paying me. Shlomo not paying me. Yes, it's the true face of the MCU. Yes, look, there's the expression. I watch these movies and I say, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not just confused. What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you doing? I don't understand. Why are you doing this? These license to print money. Now you're in license. Now this is like toilet paper. And the music stopped. And now I'm sad. I have to wait for it to start again. Slow-mo, fix the music. Ah, finally. Oh no, yes. Oh yeah, hello. And then my daughter, and then the white woman appeared in my living room. And then she says, now I'm going to bring your daughter back. And the black woman appeared. I said, what the fuck is going on? What the fuck? I don't know. It's David Hasselhoff. Oh, I love the David Hasselhoff. I love the David Hasselhoff in the Baywatch Nights. Oh yes, I love the Baywatch Nights. Yes, I want to swear. Why can't I like to be on Mr. I like to be on Baywatch Nights. I like to be on Baywatch. The girls, they put the girl run around in the bikinis, and then the rest guys say, help me, I'm drowning. And they come and save me, and I said, oh, thank you very much. Oh no, look at me, I'm dying. And they give me the mouth. That is my plan. See, that is the smart move. They give me the mouth, and I say, hello, thank you very much. And I can teach my wife with that. Yeah, my wife is saving my life, so it's not cheating. Okay, I have to go bye-bye now. Shlomo, stop the music. I have to go bye-bye. It's nice to see you, everyone. And see you. And do we meet again, Mr. Khan? Hello, goodbye, Mr. Khan. Yeah, always nice when Mr. Khan drops by. Always nice. I can't understand the damn word he says, but yeah, Mr. Khan, always a pleasure. So, yeah. So speaking of things we don't understand, yeah, this is going to bomb. We're going to have more on this surely, but this is going to bomb spectacularly. Yeah, Oppenheimer wasn't the only bomb on screen. So okay. So speaking of stuff that's inexplicable, let me see. Oh boy, they just dropped a preview for the new episode of Star Trek, Strange New Turds. Oh, dear God. It is a musical. They're doing a musical number, a musical episode of Star Trek Strange New Worlds. Why? 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 Star Trek has been co-opted by the theater geeks. It really has. Listen, I gave this show a chance. I gave this episode. Dear God, I wanted to like it. I really did. Hey, it's got a good cast. They're on the Enterprise. Anson Mount is good. Pecker Spock, But you know what? You squint, maybe he's on. Jess Bush is kind of okay. I mean, listen, if you just squinted and you pretended everybody was just other characters, then maybe you can get away with it. But as always, was what happens with New Trek. As always, at some point, they drive that car straight off a cliff. Oh yeah, there's always, and the one thing I learned, Andrew Helm, is there's with Star Trek, there's always a new bottom. Yeah. There's always a new bottom. The only good thing about it is lawn. Yes. Especially watching this dog lick the sweat off her. So, is this site muted? Unmute site. There we go. The Enterprise presents. This is not Star Trek. This is Glee. This is Glee. This is the Glee version of Star Trek. Who should not be on the show? Only there because they couldn't find a black. Yeah. Technically, Dr. Boyce is supposed to be the chief medical officer on this version of the Enterprise, Dr. Boyce. But they literally could not have another white guy on the show. So here we are. Dr. Mbenga guy was in one episode. So something. How much freaking room is there on this ship? What the hell? These huge expanses and everything. So this wave sweeps through the Enterprise. There's Captain Fartknocker. This is what's happened to Star Trek. This is what's happened. This is seriously. Are you serious? Are you freaking serious? This used to be highbrow entertainment. Oh God, I hope so. This used to be highbrow allegorical storytelling. This used to be something people wrote university level papers on. Debating the philosophy of Star Trek. I know, I was one of them. We're reaching a point where the fan films are going to supersede the real stuff. Man, with any luck, then with any luck, they're gonna get sucked out of an airlock. I don't know what happened to Star Trek. J.J. Abrams and Alex Kurtzman took over. That's what happened. They found out dumb cells.
People celebrate with song.
Yeah, they also celebrate with alcohol, drugs, and sex. Oh my God, this is embarrassing. The musical event of the season. Which season? Oh my God. This is fucking Glee. This is Glee. I'm afraid he can't help us, Greg Kirby. Holy crapola. Well, there's... Everybody has these huge quarters?
Do you know the odds of all of us?
No, and I bet you're going to tell me.
Being here at this time?
I'd say pretty good since you're all assigned to the same ship. Well, at least TNG wasn't lame. Even the lame episodes of TNG, I'd take over this. But listen, I acknowledge that not all Star Trek episodes were good or great. But you know what? I'd gladly take Spock's brain over this any day of the week. Welcome to the 21st century. Gene Roddenberry died. And look what happened to Star Trek. George Lucas sold Star Wars. Look what happened to Star Wars. Oh my God, they're pirouetting. Oh, I'd say they keep insisting on having Captain Buttknocker there with Lon, because everybody has to have a connection to each other. Oh well, she does fill out that cat suit very nicely. I have to say that.
It's improbable.
Oh, for crying out loud. Oh, dear God.
And yet,
this is embarrassing. Why? How are you not? If you're Akiva Goldsman, how are you not embarrassed? How? How are you not embarrassed? For God's sake.
we are.
Dear God. 10 forward is huge. Of course it is. Space Rhapsody. Oh, for crying out loud. I didn't leave Star Trek. Star Trek left me. That's the thing. With any luck, Greg Kirby, with any luck. I'm going to tweet that. Oh, friend. This is the God's sake. For God's sake. And remember Bones, it's dead, Jim. Yeah. They've really gone off the deep end. They've done a lot of pointless, really completely pointless shit with Star Trek. But this really takes the cake. This really does. It takes the cake. It really does. I can go for cake. I can go for some cake, actually. This is completely, utterly pointless. I have no proof. Listen, I go on the Facebook page, the Star Trek, couple of Star Trek Facebook pages. And listen, I don't begrudge anybody for liking what they like. But you know what? This is all the target demographic is all women who've never watched Star Trek before. I've never seen TOS, but this is the best Star Trek series ever. And the trailer for season 5 of Discovery, that's a freaking joke. Yeah, Discovery's a freaking joke. I'm just aghast. Star Trek used to be something you could. Yeah, I love Star Trek. I love Star Trek. And people are like, like, oh, cool. Oh, okay. Star Trek, he's kind of out there, but hey, guy's thinking, he thinks, he uses his brain. This is all because in 2009, they figured out, as Mike from Red Letter Media, or Mike or Rich, can't remember which one, dumb sells. They're making Star Trek now dumb because dumb sells. J.J. Abrams said he didn't like Star Trek when he was young because it was too philosophical for him. He didn't get it. It was too cerebral. He didn't get it. And the thing that J.J. Abrams wanted to do was bring Star Wars style action to Star Trek. And to do that, he had to dumb it down. And they rejected a script for Star Trek 3 because it was too Star Trek-y. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand why you would think this is a good idea. I really don't understand it. Why anyone thinks this is a good idea. You may be wondering, gee, what you did What did this? Okay. Do you think we will never see a Star Trek movie ever again? Allegedly they were supposed to be working on several Star Trek movies at once to try to, because of the rights to Star Trek 4. I think if we haven't seen one, listen, we haven't seen one by now. I think we're not going to see another Star Trek movie. Star Trek exists in a space where it should exist in a space where it can be in movies and television at the same time. According to the official word, Star Trek 4 has been canceled. According to some people, it's been canceled. They've given up on it. Other places say it's still in development. Digital Spy, as of April, said it's yet to be officially confirmed. I don't understand why you have to do these gimmicky episodes. I don't understand it. You're doing a musical episode of Star Trek. Listen, when the Head of the Class, does anybody in the chat remember a sitcom called Head of the Class? Yeah, they can't write. That's for damn sure. Does anybody remember? Does anybody? Yes, Head of the Class. Okay, yeah, a bunch of overachievers in high school. They're in the special ed, their special class. The specially advanced class. Once a year, they would do a musical episode. They did it a few seasons in. They would do one musical episode once a year. And they would do Hair or Little Shop of Horrors or some other episode. But the thing is, in that context, it fit. In that context, it was like, okay, you would expect them to do a production because they're high school kids. That's what high school kids do. They put on a show. They put on a talent show. They put on a musical. They put on, rock. They do. Oh yeah, we're gonna do We're gonna do Grease. We're gonna do Rocky Horror Picture Show. No, they wouldn't do Rocky Horror Picture Show. We would do Little Shop of Horrors. I don't get why you would think this is right for Star Trek. Think about all the episodes, the quite literally groundbreaking episodes of Star Trek. A Taste of Armageddon, The Doomsday Machine, City on the Edge of Forever, Tomorrow is Yesterday. Things like it from TNG, The Inner Light, Outcast. We have Balance of Terror. Yes, thank you. A Piece of the Action. This Side of Paradise. Miri. Yeah, Miri. That's another good. Not the best one, but hey, it's a good one. One of my favorites, Conscience of the King. That is one of my personal favorite episodes of Star Trek. Where No Man Has Gone Before. That was another one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites. Even like the one from season 3, The Library. Squire of Gothos. Yes, another good one. Devil in the Dark. The Annihilation Factor. It's by people who can't write their way out of a wet paper sack. That's in One Fire and 3 scene. Yeah. They seem to hate Star Trek with extreme prejudice who are trying to rewrite it for themselves. That's actually, yeah, we were talking about that before. And again, this comes from Return of the Archons. That's another good one. All Our Yesterdays. Yes. I will take Turnabout Intruder over this. Any day of the week. Dagger of the Mind. Dagger of the Mind was another good one. The Changeling. Patterns of Force. That was Patterns of Force. That was another good one. Excellent episode. Patterns of Force. A Private Little War. Bread and Circuses. I'll take the one where he went where Kirk. I can't remember off the top of my head. The one where Kirk beams down. It's he gets amnesia, and it's a planet full of Indians and Native Americans. I'll take that one. I'll take Cat's Paw over this. I'll take Assignment Earth over this. Assignment Earth, think about it, Assignment Earth was pretty lame. Another great one, Galileo 7. Of course, Trouble with Tribbles. The Naked Now, that's another good one. The Naked Time. The Amok Time. Court Martial. Court Martial was that one. It's literally called Court Martial. The Tholian Web, that's another good one. The Corbomite maneuver. The Corbomite maneuver. That is Whom Gods Destroy. Any one of these, I'd take over this. Any day of the week. I would gladly put Balance of Terror on a loop for 24 hours. And there's the one where they turn people into the aliens that want to go to Andromeda, and they turn the crew into a bunch of cubes. I can't remember what that one was. I can't remember the title. I will even take some bad episodes of Voyager over this. The one where Janeway and Paris turn into lizards. I'll take that over this. I'll take any Captain Proton episode. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I do not get it. The theater kids have co-opted pop culture. They have co-opted pop culture. They've infected. We were talking. They've infected American history. Hamilton. You turn American history into a Broadway musical. Hamilton. And there's going to be no end to this until this stops being profitable. This is not going to end. They were doing this for this is completely self-indulgent. It's completely it's inane. And part of me dies a little inside when I see this. Because this acknowledges to the people who criticized things like Star Trek, things like Marvel. And they did the musical episode of freaking WandaVision. It was Agatha all along. Nobody gives a crap. Yeah, that's true. But what this does is, you know what? This says to the people who were always critical of Star Trek. Nah, it's not serious. Nah, it's just stupid. It's silly. And this says to them, hey, you know what? You're right. It is stupid. It is silly. What were we thinking? You know what? It's stupid. It's silly. You're right to criticize it. You're right to call it stupid and silly. And I'm hoping that this, and I've always warned people. Listen, I've warned everybody. Listen, yeah, you know what? Strange New Worlds is you may like it now. It's okay at best, but you know what? All new Trek eventually just drives itself off a cliff. And this is no exception. They've crashed through the barricades, and the car is headed for the precipice, and they just stomped on the gas. I didn't leave Star Trek. Star Trek left me. Okay. Well, I think if I've pretty much ran that into the ground. Now I've made my opinion known. I'm waiting to hear for other people's opinions on this. Now, let's see. We're coming up on 1 hour 23 minutes. We're running a little bit long, so let's go to animal news. Animal news. Animal news. We have some animal news, and what is that? Oh, really? Oh, wow. That's something else. Well, yeah, just send it. Maybe we'll do it between animal news and we'll do between feature headlines. I am a big fan of squirrels. Like I always said, we have one rule in animal news: no sad stories. We can't have any sad stories. And I am a fan of squirrels. I like seeing squirrels out there. I like seeing they're funny little creatures. Ever see a squirrel or other animal do this pose? Here's what it means: hit is a sign of trouble. It's a pose that could the animals could assume more United States in a warmer future. Uh-oh. On July 17th, Patricia Chavez came across a squirrel in her backyard, lying in an unusual position. It was sprawled out on its stomach, legs stretched. In other words, it was splooting. But what exactly is splooting? It turns out it's a technique some animals turn to in order to lower their body temperatures during times of excessive heat. Temperatures in that day in Spring Branch, Texas, located north of San Antonio, rose to around 104 degrees and dropped only as low as the high 70s. And with Southwest heat dome set to strengthen and expand through late July, this may become a common sight, but not just with squirrels. Squirrels, cats, dogs, and even bears, as a photo from the National Park Service shows, have been splooting. While it may appear to be adorable animal behavior, it can be a sign that the animals are experiencing temperatures much higher than what they're accustomed to. Splooting, like nobody's watching. Many mammals have less fur on their bellies compared to the rest of their body. So on hot days, the animals will lie flat on their stomach against cooler surfaces such as rocks or cooler ground to shed some heat and keep cool. Dan Blumstein, a professor of ecology and evolutionary biology at the University of California, Los Angeles, told AccuWeather in an interview during the summer of 2022 when squirrels were spotted splooting in New York City. To keep pets safe in hot weather, Natalie Rubino, director of the marketing research for Big Dog Ranch Rescue, told AccuWeather senior broadcast meteorologist Kevin Coskren, wow, that's a lot of words. 3 key points were to limit extraneous activities, watch out for dehydration, and to be cognizant of the impact of heat has on the environment. Big Dog Ranch Rescue is a dog rescue shelter based in Okeechobee, Florida, and is no stranger to facing warm weather. Recent heat wave across the country, across the southern portion of the United States, however, has prompted excessive heat warnings that cover 32.6 million people, and heat advisories could cover another 51.7 million. Some of those heat advisories extended to northern southern Florida. Okeechobee currently has no heat advisory, but has been enduring a heat wave since late June. If you are someone who walks your dog every day, it's very important to pay attention to the heat outside, as the pavement temperatures can get into excess and cause blistering and be very damaging and hurtful to a dog, Rubino said. So it's important to make sure you're walking your dog early in the morning or late in the evening. To keep their dogs cool while playing outside, Rubino said they place pools in each of the yards to play in the play yards and keep an eye for any signs of dehydration. You're going to see excessive amount of drooling, heavy panting. They're going to feel hot, Rubino explained. Those are definitely signs you want to get your dog cool. The number one important reminder, which we have to talk about during the summer, especially during a heat wave, is please don't leave your dogs in any vehicle. Within minutes, a dog can die, and the temperatures can rise exponentially within a matter of minutes. So, yeah, don't do that, people. The heat and wave in Okeechobee is forecast to continue through the rest of July, and the heat wave across the southern southwest is likely to place a few more heat records in jeopardy. With that in mind, pet owners will need to continue to stay conscientious of the impact the heat can have on the animals. So there you go. Southern Europe is also under heat. Phoenix obliterates long-standing heat record. So take care of your animals, people. Keep them cool. Yes, it is hot. It is very hot. So let's take a look at the inside of the sphere. Let's see what the sphere looks on the inside. Oh, wow. It looks like a test pattern. See you later, Don. See you later, Don. Now, in Las Vegas, they recently opened up the MSG Sphere, and we saw it lit up in various things. It's lit up like a basketball, lit up like an eyeball. This is the inside of the sphere. Let's take a look at this. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, look at that. Well, that's the floor, obviously. Oh, look at that. How do you like that? Okay. Looks like... I wonder how many birds crap on it. Okay. Oh, wow. Look at that. Oh, that's something. So there you go. The sphere thingy looks like on the inside. That is... I wonder if that changes patterns on the inside. It must, huh? Okay. Now is the time of the show. We're coming on 1 hour, 30 minutes. We ran a little bit long. But now is the time of the show where we like to cover headlines from the future. Now, as you know, news breaks fast. News travels fast. And to keep up with it, I have subscribed to a special news service that sends me headlines from the near future. Could be days, weeks, months, a couple years. These headlines are not yet breaking, so you're hearing it here first. So, now it's time to call a headline. I got to come up with music for this. Headlines from the future. Our first headline from the future. Barbie and Oppenheimer join forces for a sequel. Barbenheimer 2. This nuke's for you. In an age of sequels, this shouldn't be surprise anyone. This crossover event has been years in the making. Barbenheimer 2. This nuke's for you will be releasing soon. it's going to be filled with more messages than you can shake a stick at. Up next, another headline from the future. We're stretching until we can pull it up on screen. Our second headline from the future. Ben Shapiro outraged by Victoria's Secret. Demanding equal representation, conservative commentator Ben Shapiro has called for a boycott of the women's lingerie chain of stores, Victoria's Secret. Shapiro said on his podcast, to think that they can just have these stores everywhere for women and not expect men to want to shop there is unfathomable. Ben Shapiro, once again, not quite getting it, okay? And lastly, headline from the future. As soon as we can bring it up. WNBA finally turns a profit. In a shock to many people in the sports world, the Women's National Basketball Association, the WNBA, has announced that after 30 years of losing money, it has finally turned a profit. Pardon me. The league, which many had expected to fold decades ago, said that the entire sum of their profits, all $3.28, would go back into league coffers. League spokesperson and former player Lisa Leslie said in a statement, "This is a great day for the WNBA. It means we now can finally get the medium fries." There's our headlines from the future. Everyone, it is coming up on 1 hour and 31 minutes for the show. I'd like to thank everyone for joining me. Andrew Helm, Don Ranger, Greg Kirby, and Michael Keller, Cesario Japan, Pick Lake Pete, Background 42, RSO Media, everybody, you there, you, the other guy, the other guy there. Listen, if you don't hear your name, don't feel bad. And Zabu, let's check out the cat cam. One last time. We're going to check the cat cam. Zabu, what's up, buddy? Zabu, there he is. Zabu, buddy. He's busy. He's drinking ice water. There he is. He looked up. Hey, you Jason? Yeah, buddy. Look at him. He looked up. He did look up. So there's Zabu. We covered all of them. Today. Everyone. Thank you for coming, turning out today. Hey, have you guys stream coming up? I don't know.
Are we going to watch the Boimler episode? We're probably going to watch the Boimler
Probably going to watch the Boimler episode. Yes, we're probably going to watch the Boimler episode. Live.
We're going to eat something soon.
Yes, we're going to eat something soon. Everyone, thank you for joining us. I'm not going to keep you here any longer, but I'd like to have a good rest of your day. Have a good tomorrow. Have a good week. Have a good night. Have a good evening. Huh? Mecca's Barbie review is coming soon, so keep your eye out for that. Everyone, have a good day, and as always, not to try to rush out the door. And I'll probably be doing a game stream. I gotta figure out which game I want to play next. Either Undisputed or No Man's Sky or whatever. Depends what I can get on sale. Really, that's what it comes down. Depends what game I can get on sale. That's what I usually play. Everyone, have a good rest of your day. No drinking, no driving. I want to see you back here next time. And as always, we will catch you next time.